What's the most physically painful thing you have undergone?
Edit. 2 hours later, peeps want to know. I was working at a summer camp and we had to put the docks in the lake at the beginning of the summer. We had to carry the floating docks down and put them in place and attach them and all that good stuff. They would get a bit worn over the winter with the freeze and thaw. I was sitting on the dock with my legs in the water when we were done. I was wearing a pair of Umbro shorts, very thin material, and I decided to go for a quick swim. I put my hands on either side of my thighs and picked myself up an inch and slid forward into the water. I did not see the rusty nail head sticking up between my legs, and I slid over it. As I entered the water, the terrible pain from my crotch spread throughout my body. I had torn open my ball sack on a rusty nail head. As I popped up from under the water screaming, my coworkers were laughing because they thought I was screaming because the water was still cold. It did not even bleed right away. The nail had torn right down the central line of my sack. I could see my balls and the tubes, etc. inside. After a quick look, I did not look again because it made me feel lightheaded. I was bundled into the truck and we hauled ass to the hospital to get stitched up. My ball sack and nuts, after the initial swelling, were no worse for the wear. You can't really see any scar now because it was right on the center line. Some stitches and antibiotics and a tetanus shot and I was good as new. The pain was pretty bad, but not as bad as you would think. Weird, right? One more edit. Testicles are white and look fat covered.
What disease you are most afraid to get? Locked-in syndrome. I know it's rare, but the idea of being fully conscious and aware while completely paralyzed makes my skin crawl. You'd basically be a prisoner in your own body with no way to communicate or move. Dementia. I wouldn't want that for my loved ones. It's such a cruel, heartbreaking, and frustrating thing to watch someone you love struggle in that way. You feel so powerless, and it's grief. Really long, painful, repetitive, relentless grief. I'm not saying it isn't hard when the disease is more physical in nature, but at least then there is the ability to both still give each other mental and emotional support and comfort when it's needed. Dementia is vile in this cruelty because there's just no winning, and it's all completely out of your control, and theirs. Cancer. Both my mom and grandmother passed away from it, and multiple other family members and friends have gotten it too. Any kind of severe mental or cognitive illness where you don't really have the capacity to process or understand things. If I'm fucked, I want to realize I'm fucked, so maybe I could adjust how I'm living. It would be horrible to have a mind-altering condition or something like locked-in syndrome.
When did someone you know take it too far? One friend had a bunch of us guys over to play games while our wives or girlfriends went out for a girls' night. We were drinking a little, except the guy who was hosting. He got trashed. We were playing Risk and he got eliminated. Instead of taking the L and hanging out with the rest of us who already lost, he gets mad and pulls a gun on the guy who eliminated him. He lost a lot more than a game that night. Nobody wants to be near him anymore. An ex-friend messaged my daughter through her daughter's Roblox account and sent creepy messages. Had no idea what kind of a predator she was and the lengths she would go to get back at me. Roblox did absolutely nothing despite reporting, so she is still on the app to fuck with the kids of her enemies. Also, this predator mom frequently stalks my Reddit, so if you are reading, fuck off, pedo. My stepsister was in the bathroom trying to hurt herself with a knife when I walked in and tried to stop her. She proceeded to cut herself and run upstairs and tell my stepmom that I did it. Craziest experience of my life. Details vague because it's so specific. The weird rich kid at my high school got into a heated argument with some guy at a party years after we graduated. He was always weird and made odd comments, but no one thought he could do more than drink or turn cans into bongs. My old classmate ran the other guy down with his car and backed up over him. I have no idea if my classmate is still in prison or not, but I have no interest in finding out more.
One time my dad made a joke about me and called me a joke name in front of my friends, which isn't a problem, it was just a joke. But this one friend would then bring up the joke name every single time I saw them and laugh at my expense. Like, bro, we get it, it was kind of funny in the moment, but it's been years and you just won't shut up about it. Needless to say, I don't really hang out with him anymore because it just got tiresome.
Victory belongs.